Hello and welcome back. This is Seismic Floor and stage 3 of La Vuelta. So we are Education First Trap Pack Cannondale. Pretty middling results so far. Rigoberto Urán is still in the chase for the overall. I think today we're going to try and get a climber in the breakaway. See if we can steal some mountain points, maybe the polka dot jersey, and then basically just see what happens towards the end, because it's not really a suit that it's not really an end that will suit any of our riders. We'll give it a go when we're there though. So let's get into it.
For the start of stage 3, despite the first category climb that looms after 25 kilometers, the sprinters will have ticked this stage. The Puerto del Madroño is a 20-kilometer climb at 5%, but it's crossed with almost 140 kilometers left in the day. Thereafter, there is still some climbing to do, but there's nothing beyond the sprinters and their teams, especially this early in the tour. They'll be motivated by the idea that the stage returns to the coast. The slight incline towards the finish in Alhaurín de la Torre will not daunt their spirits. 182.5 kilometers in the saddle should end in a mass sprint.
Right, we're gonna see if we can get Roland or Moreno up the road in the break.
There's a breakaway!
Looks like the polka dot jersey is coming with us. Do we risk trying to get Moreno in as well? We'll just let him rest there a bit. See if we can get him in.
The pack is increasing its work rate. Some teams can't be happy with the breakaway. Breakaway at the front.
I reckon.
Attack is launched.
No, I was going to say I reckon they might let us get away, but no, clearly not. Still going for it down here. Most of our riders now in the middle of the pack, enjoying life. Hopefully we can get above a minute and just call it there. It's becoming a big old breakaway here. If these 8 got across. I think the peloton's given up though. Yeah, it looks like we've settled in for the day, and that break is gone.
2 minutes separating them.
So we're mainly going to be interested in what Mr. Roland is doing up here, which at the minute appears to be pulling everybody else along. Right, everybody's back together now. They can do some work, especially the 2 that have got. Well, there's 3 of these riders, isn't it? Are these Burgos? I think they're Burgos riders. And we're going up the climb. So I think we're one of the best climbers in here. So we're trying some reserve some energy and attack further up, I think. But we do need to make sure we're still extending this gap, I think. So I've completely missed that one and ended up nearly falling out the back of the group. All that effort for nothing. It's very foggy up here as well. Not really flying up the hill here either.
That looks like a really bad fall. It's a shame, but he's not going any further.
That's a big fall.
The pace at the front is too much for several riders.
Right, so maybe that crash will let the breakaway get away a little bit again.
A rider has just dropped out. No doubt he'd run out of gas.
Simon Yates has fallen.
It looks like the pack has bitten the dust collectively, but the riders would seem to be okay to carry on.
Another big fall. Falls going on left, right and centre here. So the biggest group now is pretty much at the back of the pack, which is interesting, but it looks like there's a lot of teammates slowing down here. This might be the back of the main peloton.
Everybody's liking. The peloton has significantly increased its speed.
Rand's nice and safe at the front of the peloton here. Wood's tucked in. I think these guys are going to struggle to get back in, to be honest. If they don't do it before the next sprint point, yeah, not sure they will. Another big climb. Meanwhile, back at the front, so we can see top 5 across the mountain. Mundez, Army,
Puncture! The rider will have to burn some energy to get back into the pack.
Mate, Masbonnet, and Zeitz. So it doesn't look like they're particularly keen on.
Several riders are on the ground, but it doesn't look too serious.
Is he finished? Is he quite finished? Right. Anyway, doesn't look like anybody's particularly keen to bring this this breakaway along, which is a bit of the pain in the backside. But it does look like the peloton's just managed to make its way back together. Mitchell Docker not looking in the best of states at the minute, but thankfully we haven't got any massive mountains to go across, so he should be okay. Langeveld keeping Iran out of trouble at the front, and Roland right at the front of the race in the breakaway. Breakaway's decided it's going to work now. A little bit of an irony as the peloton's closing fast. Shortly, that gap will be under 3 minutes. So I reckon if the breakaway's still going, when we get to that next big hill, have a little attack up that one, and see how far in front we can get.
Some team managers mustn't appreciate the fact that there is a breakaway, given that the pack has increased its speed.
Leads down under 2 minutes now.
The riders are going through a very tough portion with percentages above 10%.
Acceleration by Roland.
That's really a punchy attack.
What's going on here? Michael Woods has gone on a bit of an attack, all of his own accord, trying to get across to the breakaway, I guess. See if Roland can get to
Only
the
a few riders are capable of following the very fast pace up front.
top of the hill by himself. Lost Docker out the peloton. He's having a good old struggle back there. Michael Woods trying to get across, but he's going to get swallowed back up by this peloton. Yeah, Roland back in the breakaway group here as well. Yeah, Woods is back in. He needs a bit of energy. Clark protecting around now. Moreno's in there still. Group of 83. Langeveld, Van Aysbroek just retreating for the day. Could have done with Van Aysbroek up there and his sprinting abilities. And Mitchell Docker. He's not on a good day today, but he's doing a little bit better than Schwartzman back here. Anyway, where are we? Front of the race. Let's go. Still about 2 minutes in front. Have we got enough time?
He crashed off and he's not getting up.
Oh!
I hope it isn't too serious. Oh, the list of those left behind goes on rising. Uh-oh, a leader has fallen. We can only hope that it doesn't have any impact on the outcome of the race.
Reno and Woods.
Let's hope that all riders will get up quickly.
Both over, but both recovered, which is good. Might result in us gaining a couple of places,
There are just 10 kilometers left.
or even going for the win. We aren't the best sprinter, so we're going to have to attack early if we want to win this, I think. Through the tunnel, and an invisible face. Pierre's going again.
Roland is off.
I think he'll struggle to stay away. Rigoberto Urán just on the back of this group. It is a very select group though. we're down to the Flamme Rouge.
And there goes the mad burst for the final sprint.
And he's spent. Poor old Pierre. I don't think he was.
Fabulous. He got the better of his breakaway companions to win this race.
He finished, thank you. He was never going to win that sprint. Here we are. Aran and Clark in this group. Another good finish from Aran. I reckon he's probably
waiting for the back markers, who appear to be fairly numerous in this difficult race.
He's probably going to gain some time on some of his opponents there. Reno in 50th, Woods just behind him. Cheeky little attack on that last little climb. Only just in front of Langeveld and Van Aysbroek. So that's a great finish from them. And it looks like Doc has recovered slightly. So I'm going to count that as a win for us, because I don't think without us driving it forward, the breakaway, anybody in the breakaway would have won that one. But it looks like they've got the same time, which is interesting. So Aran and Clark not losing anybody to finishes of the race there. It does look like most of the big names were in that very front group, which is good. Well, good for competitiveness, I suppose. What that means for the general, Rigoberto Aran still in 9th, 55 seconds back. I think some of these have changed around slightly, but yeah, top 10 definitely a possibility still going forward. Did we get some points? We did. We've got some sprint points from 2 of our riders now. No mountain points because I completely bugged that up. Again, we're not in the young jersey classifications. Jack Haig still running away with that one. And the team, we're up in 5th, which is excellent news. I think we might second on the stage. I think we might even be looking quite good for moving up that classification. If we can keep around Roland and Woods fairly close to the top, we should be pretty good. Have Moreno and Clark mixing it in with some of the finishes, and we might move our way up that table. But anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please feel free to leave a like or a comment, and if you're new, feel free to subscribe to the channel. But for now, thank you for watching.